We're speaking today with fitness trainer, championship bodybuilder, and author of Build Your Mind, Your Body Will Follow. Now, in the path to personal best living, we do talk frequently about setting long-term and short-term goals. In your opinion, why is this necessary?
It's necessary for two reasons. One, it gives you that long-term goal. It gives you the forest through the trees, so to speak. But what it doesn't do is if you just have that long-term goal, it doesn't tell you, well, how am I going to get there? Because a lot of times if you have someone who's, say, 300 pounds and wants to get to 180, that 120-pound loss is a huge goal to attain.
Yes.
And sometimes the goal in and of itself may be a frustrating or scary situation and hurdle that makes it insurmountable right there just to see that hurdle. So then what you need to do is say, all right, let's make some realistic short-term goals that'll be baby steps almost to getting to where you want to go. And I liken it to walking up a flight of stairs. You know that you want to get to the top of the flight of stairs, but you're not just going to take one big jump up the stairs.
Right.
You take each and every step is a short-term goal getting you to the top of the stairs.
That makes good sense. So now you talk not only about short-term and long-term goals, but also about lifestyle goals and the importance of knowing one's lifestyle goal. How does it affect the fitness goals?
This was a theory that I created just after working with so many different clients, because I was getting frustrated myself, because everyone will come in with a fitness goal, but then diet is one of those challenging disciplines to work with people, because it's not something that you can work with in the gym the whole time.
Right.
So it's really about, like, how do I get people to understand and motivate themselves outside of my presence? And it really sat down and said, well, a lot of my clients seem to live a second life outside the gym. And it's really about being happy. The whole book is about being happy with yourself.
Yes.
And then attaining your goal. So the lifestyle goal is, in my mind, your utmost goal. Is when you wake up every day, you have a lifestyle goal, whether it be to take care of the kids, or whether it be to climb the corporate ladder, or whether it be to own a bigger house. That's your ultimate goal. Fitness is one of the smaller, or a smaller goal. And you have to want to make sure that your fitness goal is in alignment with that lifestyle goal, or at least you recognize if it isn't, how do you start to make them in alignment, or else you're just going to be very frustrated.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. We want to make sure that our lifestyle goals and our fitness goals are compatible, but how do people do that?
First and foremost, acknowledging their lifestyle goal. These are things, it's like you and I may say, wow, this is exactly what we think about doing. But the average person, especially the ones I've worked with, and again, hundreds of clients, they don't do that. They may think things, but they don't ever write them out on paper or formally acknowledge them. So the first and foremost, you say, well, what is your lifestyle goal? What do you want to attain when you think about, like, where do I want to be? And so then it's getting to think about that and formally identifying it. And then saying, okay, well, what is your fitness goal? And then you formally identify that. And by that, I don't mean, well, I want to lose 5 pounds, or I want to be lighter, or I want to weigh less. It's really about saying, okay, well, I want to lose 2 inches on my waist. As specific as you can is going to make it more attainable, because it's really focusing instead of just generalizing. So once those two are identified, then it's saying, okay, well, in order to get to your lifestyle goal, what do you need to do? And again, a lot of these processes aren't 1 or 2 minute processes, but they are exercises to do when I send my clients home the first or second time.
Sure.
So it's, okay, well, that's my lifestyle goal. What do I need to do to attain that? And now this is my fitness goal. What do I need to do to attain that? And they'll work with me on that one.
Uh-huh.
Then once we have those identified, we start to say, okay, well, is there anything here that conflicts with each other? And if so, what do we need to do about that?
Okay, that makes good sense. That people just realizing that there are two things, they need to build upon each other, but they are different.
Exactly.
Okay.
And they can be in harmony with each other, but sometimes they're not. And it behooves you to identify that they're not, so that you can then identify what to do to make them in harmony with each other.
Okay. So also in your book, you talk about 3 mental exercises: meditation, repetition, and visualization. Could you briefly go over these, and how can we utilize all 3 together most effectively?
Both, or not both, all 3, meditation, visualization, and repetition, are three great tools that anybody, whether it be fitness or just in life, can employ to help benefit or better their life. I'll use repetition first because I think it's the easiest one to understand. And that is taking one or two, or essentially a few, very positive statements, short statements, not paragraph long, and then just repeating them over the course of the day. And just repeating them because what we hear and what we say is really what's going to be the basis of what we believe. So just as many times as you'll hear somebody say, "Oh, I'm fat and I need to go on a diet," they say that to themselves 50 times a day or 100 times a day, believe it or not. But when they can turn around and say, "You know what, I'm perfect and I choose to lose weight," or "I choose to go to the gym," and they just keep repeating, "I love myself, I'm perfect, I love myself," it really will, at the end of the day, give them a positive feeling about themselves, which then will make them that much more motivated internally to do what they need to do, or do rather what they choose to do.
Right. What they choose to do, exactly.
Exactly. I found myself, I slapped my own wrist on using that word need. So then you have meditation, which can be used in a couple different fashions, but it's really sitting down and getting to know yourself by clearing your mind of everything else and really just relaxing and focusing on either nothing or just focusing on a key thought, which is, I'm going to lose my weight, or I'm going to drop 2 inches, and really just taking some time, 15, 20 minutes a day or what have you, quiet time, it's me time, and turning off the phone and pulling down the shades and turning the light off and turning the television off and having that time to center yourself. Because when you can quiet your mind and quiet your body, you're in control. And it's all about empowering yourself, whether it's mentally or physically. And that's the meditation part. And the visualization part is really a form of meditation, but it's also just saying, look, I'm choosing to close my eyes and see myself where I want to be. And again, if you can see yourself, whether it be slimmer, stronger, faster, eating healthier, or walking past the Dunkin' Donuts or what have you, the Krispy Kreme of the day, and you see yourself and visualize yourself, empowering yourself to do that, the more you can visualize it, the more you're apt to experience that.
Wonderful.
And again, we're a little bit metaphysical, but it's also just, hey, these are all positive things to do, and it's just choosing to meditate on positive, visualize positive, and repeat positive thoughts versus the negatives that we normally will do.
Thank you. See, this is commonly held practice in professional sports. And what I want people to understand is this can be applied in regular life. Everyday individuals can do this just as well as professional athletes.
Exactly. And it is. It's even more so, I think, more so applicable for the common person because you mentioned the professional athletes are doing all these things. So to get themselves to that next level, they've got to do additional. But for the average person who probably hasn't thought to do the meditation, the repetition, the positive thinking, it can have such tremendous benefit in the average person's life.
Thank you. Now, again, your book is Build Your Mind, Your Body Will Follow. In the final chapter, you discuss top 10 lessons that people should learn. Is there 2 or 3 that if they couldn't get anything else out of the book that you would want them to take home and apply in their lives right away?
I'd say the first one is that you're perfect. First and foremost, have that positive outlook. And you have to know it. It's not even just an outlook, but an in-look. See yourself as perfect, first and foremost. That's one of the most important. Love life is another most important. And again, these are what I call the foundational aspects of this book. But if you, in my opinion, don't have the foundation built, it's like building a house without a foundation or driving your car without knowing where you want to go.
Right.
You're going to spin your wheels a lot. So wake up every day and just be thankful that you woke up. That start your day on a positive note. And then slowly but surely keep repeating and knowing that, you know what, I'm perfect at this moment in time, but I can choose to be better. And those positive affirmations and those positive thoughts are going to lead you to a more positive outcome.
Thank you. Those are great suggestions. Vincent, it's been a real pleasure speaking with you today.
It's been great being here, and I appreciate you having me.